What's going on, guys? Junior's Fishing Company with definitely something I've never used and probably most of you have never used. I had someone I know went hunting in Africa and they had some stuff shipped back with them, and they know I'm a big fly tyer. And he gives me this bag, a couple different bags. One of them was, he shot this warthog and he pulled, I don't know if you can see him in the bag, it's probably pretty dark. He pulled some of these hairs off, and these hairs are super, they're just like kind of a mix between like peccary and like a stripped quill or a stripped hackle feather or something like that. They're really long. They are crazy strong. They're super, super strong. I've been soaking one in water, and I'll grab it now. It's definitely something you want to soak in water, and you can see the tips are kind of lighter than the base, or maybe vice versa. I'm assuming the lighter end is the tip because it's thinner. And again, really weird material, warthog. I'm going to tie a little nymph-ish style pattern. This is a Daichii 1260, just a bead head nymph hook. You could use like a Tiemco 200R, something like that. I like the long shank, a little bit of curve in it. The reason I chose the 1260 over a 200R is really just for the size of the eye, so I could fit a little bit of a bigger bead on there. Again, this is size 12. This is a 5/32 gold tungsten bead. It's going to be a pretty, these have been a couple fun patterns. I've only tied up 2 of these, but I figured why not just film my random guessing journey on how these are going to turn out. I've got, this is 140 UTC. This is gray brown. I'm really basing all of these colors off of just the color of this warthog hair. It's kind of a dark brown, like a really dark brown, not quite a black. I went with partridge just because I really, really like partridge, and I've got a couple different bags of colors. I was thinking gray, but I ended up just choosing a natural. I'm going to do partridge for the tail and some wings. And at the end, I'll show you, I tied an olive one with no tail. Again, I'm kind of experimenting right now with, best practices and stuff like that to see what looks best and try and hone in on a pattern. Unfortunately, I've never seen warthog for sale, dyed warthog, and I do not really dye. So I'm just going to strip. I just want a tiny little tail on this. I mean, maybe like a third of a shank-ish. So I'll kind of just put that down. I just want a little tail on this just because this hook is so long that, just get that right on top, probably a little bit long. This shank is so long that I don't really want this super big tail, and I'm putting it pretty far down in the bend, which I want to use a lot of this hook. These hairs are so long that I kind of wanted to utilize all of it. Obviously you can use the same hair on 2 different flies, but the ones I was tying before, I tied up in with 70 denier, and these are such thin hooks that I've just found myself having to wrap a ton. So I'm going to grab my warthog, and really I can kind of, if I want a little bit of that brown transition, the light to dark, I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of this fiber, this hair or whatever. I don't want a ton of that light though, so I would rather, it's it's really hard to judge how much I'm gonna use. I'm gonna do touching wraps. I would rather have it just kind of stay pretty much dark the whole time. So I'm gonna err on the side of having it stay dark. And I'm just gonna bring that all the way down to my tail. It should be good right there. I want a nice flat body. And that Warthog built up a body. It's almost like kind of like medium wire. It's really thick. This stuff is just wicked strong too. I mean, I could barely pull it apart. Just, you know, I was messing around. I probably got, I don't know, maybe 18 hairs in here or so. So it's not an endless supply. I'm going to probably run out if I really have a lot of fun tying these up, which I really appreciated him giving me that stuff. He had it delivered to his house. I can't imagine being that delivery driver. But I'm not a huge hunter myself, so I rely on people giving me tails and feathers and stuff. People always ask why I don't hunt, and I tell them if I'm not fishing, I'm tying, and if I'm not doing either, I don't have time to hunt. So I've just never really gotten into it. But I do appreciate getting the materials, especially something I had never thought in a million years. I don't know what peccary is. Maybe drop a comment below. Maybe that is a similar thing. I'm just building a little bit of a taper here. Just a little bit. I'm not going to quite come up this far. I'll probably end up going 75% of the way up. I just want to bring my thread all the way up. So I'll just start right here and I'll just work my way up slowly. I thought about separating these wraps a little bit with a little bit of tinsel, but on this one I'm actually gonna put a little tinsel in my wing case, just a subtle little flash in there. I'm just gonna work my way up. It's starting to lighten up just a little bit. I'll show you at the end. I put a little UV resin on one of them on this body, but I'm actually not gonna do that on this one, and that should be pretty good. I kind of want a decent size wing case on this, so I'll just get a couple tight wraps just to make sure that's not going to go anywhere. And then I can actually end up saving this. It's not a ton, but it's enough. I mean, this is a size 12. If I tied a 16, that would probably maybe even be enough for a 16. And again, I don't have a ton of this stuff, so I got to kind of save what I've got. I'm going to put down some thin skin. This is mottled oak black. It's what I tied on the very first one I made, and I didn't hate it, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put this down first, and then I'm actually going to put my flash under this, because this is pretty transparent, and I just want that flash to be really subtle on that wing case. And so I'm just gonna put the flash under it, just because. So I'll grab my flash. This is just what is this? I got it right here. Vivis medium in, it just says hollow tinsel, so it's just holographic. I would assume some sort of black. So I'll get that centered right on there. And again, I'm putting this down second, so I'm going to put it first down there. Now for the dubbing, I'm going to put some dubbing down. My favorite dubbing lately has been super buggy stuff, and this natural fur is awesome. Especially, I put a little bit of this fox squirrel. I don't know if you can see that very well. This is probably the buggiest dubbing I've ever come across, and I love it. I put a little fox squirrel and a little gray squirrel in there. I kind of blended them up. And so I'm just going to take these. I'll just take a little bit at a time. And man, this stuff is about as spiky as it gets. But it's, in my opinion, I'm not the world's greatest dubber. It's really hard to kind of get it on there. You know, you get like a dry fly dubbing or something like that, and it just sticks right to it. This stuff does not necessarily do that. Kind of wants to do its own thing, which I guess is the point, right? You want it to be really spiky and kind of wacky, but I'm gonna pull out this weird clump. I'll put a little bit more on there just because I'm gonna be putting my wings down in just a second, and I want to make sure that they've kind of got something to sit on. Just maybe another wrap. So this partridge I've got, you could do it a bunch of different ways. I kind of prefer to strip it and then put it on either side, but these fibers are so short on this one. I just cut a little V into it, and that's how I'm going to do this one. I kind of want a big wing though. There's kind of a lot of fibers on there, and I'll just center that as much as I can, and I'm just going to get a wrap on there. Then I can take it, I'm going to take that tinsel first, and that'll kind of spread it a little bit, just enough where I can get my thin skin up there. I'm just doing super light wraps because I still have to pull this is too long. So I'm gonna I only have a couple wraps on here, so I should be good to go with pulling and shortening these wings just a little bit. I just want to make sure. This is where it gets really fun when you start messing stuff up. I'm gonna just make sure these are as even as I care for them to be. And that should be good. So I'll grab my thin skin and I'm gonna pull nice and tight and get that down. And I'll get a few tight wraps on there, and I'm going to cut all of this. Just going to kind of cut on my side and then on your side. Get that down. And I'm going to put a little dubbing here to cover up all of this nastiness. And you can see, I mean, I'll end up trimming this just a little bit, but I've got my wings there. They kind of spread on me, which is alright, but you can see looking pretty good. And I'm just going to put a tiny more bit of this dubbing down, just enough to kind of cover up. I might have to put a little more than this, just to kind of cover up all that stuff. And I'll just put, this is just the tiniest little bit. I just don't want to overdo it. I'd rather kind of go through this process of finding that little happy place. And I'll just finish this off. Just 3 little turns. Get that tight. These hooks are so thin, even when you're pulling on your thread to cut it, it can bend on you. So I'll take the time to trim this a little bit, and then I'm going to put down just a little bit of bone dry right on my thin skin, just to see if I can. I'm going to build it up just a little, but I'll want to kind of cure this little layer first. And again, I'll show you in just a second. The other one I put UV resin on the body, and I just wasn't really loving it. I do want this wing case to be a little bit more obvious. And that flash in there, you can barely see it, but again, I just wanted a tiny little flash in there. Really, really cool pattern. I love this material. It's super tough. So honestly, that's probably going to be the last thing to go, however many fish I end up catching on this. The tail will probably be the first to go. It always is. But cool little pattern. I tied up a little olive one with no tail, and I didn't put any resin on this one. I really like that olive with the dark body. I think it looks pretty cool. And then the first one I tied was really similar to what I just did. It might have actually been the same, but it had a little bit of resin on that body. Doesn't look horrible, but I kind of was feeling a little bit more of without, and so you're seeing the finished product right here. Cool little nymph, a lot of fun. I appreciate the guy who gave me the warthog hairs, or whatever you'd call them. It's like a bush, a broom bristle. They're really wicked hard, so you got to soak them for a while. Anyway, Junior's Fishing Company. Like and subscribe. Drop some comments below. We'll see you on the next one.